might be too loud. Today's video is a very, very, very short one. We're just going on a bike ride, and I think I've reached. Maybe not. Maybe I have maps is forward. So the plan was to, you know what, let me stop fast and then I'll record this part. Whoa. Hi guys, so what I was trying to say is, first of all, hello beautiful people. How are you? Musijali why I have lines. So I went to the salon yesterday to get lines so that I can do crochet. But so I went to the salon. Today is Saturday, so yesterday was Friday. And sasa amezima bike and he's coming around. After.
I want to be there after the whole thing. Just pretend I'm not even here.
So, I went, got lines done. I was to do crochet. I went after work, got my lines done. Then I was to start on the crochet so that at least I've done like the back of my head. Let me show you how it looks. The back of my head. But sasa, I got to the house and I was lazy. I slept. I dozed off and slept immediately after eating. So that was that. And today we had already planned to go on this ride along ya bike moja. So excuse me, so I'll do my hair tomorrow, which is Sunday. So now nishafika kwa kina Kirui in Rongai. A small snippet. I was to give you like a whole thing. water is falling on one side though. Guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm dying of heat already, and we haven't gone anywhere. But I'm in my brother's gear. This is the mic. Probably move it. We are wearing the same helmet from the same company. But a girl needs air. I need air. So I'll record where I can. Yeah, this should be fun. As much as I'm sweating now, let me move so that I can start our music. Alright. We're recording now. So we've stopped what I was trying to explain is we met this guy, the one with the green. This. Oh my god, this one. Where's my finger? I can't see my finger. Okay, whatever. This one, the guy in green. I hope you can hear. Oh god, those cookies are coming here. So Kiru is the one with the orange. He's getting his contact. So we've stopped at Narok. My butt hurts so bad. Let me go behind this thing so that you can see where we are exactly. So we're here. And goddamn my butt, I feel so funny walking. Brother, it doesn't even. Anyway, I hope you could see the views. I hope I was able to capture them. But anyway, let's continue with our journey and we'll see what happens. I can't wait to get to where we're going so that we can eat because I'm starving. But yeah. And it's the bike we're going with. I believe I've already shown you. If I haven't, here it is again. If I taken, because it's taken. Even the owner is taken apparently. Anywho, yeah. Now I'm just babbling. Oh god, the donkeys are not here. Let me. I can't run to the other house. Let me just stand near the bike. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Hello. See you. These donkeys. Why did they stand? Why are they not continuing to walk? I don't know what to do. There's one right here. I'm so scared. Oh, I'm going to move. Actually, I'm going to have to move. I'm scared. Hey guys. So, we are in Narok. I hope you can hear me. Nimetoa mic. Iko huko ndani. We're in Narok. I am so tired. What is this? I didn't leave Nairobi with this. Anyway, we are in Narok. We've just stopped to eat and then we're gonna head back. See, I'm feeling cold. It is so cold. I have the helmet lines. It is bloody cold. I don't know what to do. I don't have a sweater. The jacket I'm wearing is warm enough, but like since I don't have gloves, the air is like passing in between. But yeah, so the person we met on the way also has a taken, and it's the newer edition, so it looks kind of different. I'll show you side by side. But yeah, they also have a YouTube channel. I will write it over here. Yeah, let me go inside where we are eating from so that I can drink tea, because they're like, our food is like 20 minutes away. They'll take 20 minutes to make it. So I asked for tea. We all asked for tea actually, and we're not straight. Why the hell do I look that fat? Anyway, let me show you the the bikes, and then yeah, and then inside. Guys, I have a very wild story for you guys. Tuko Ruby Sai. Ruby is near Kikuyu. So on the way to Narok, you know that there are some places where there is maram. So there's this maram. I don't know if you can hear me. So there's this maram, the second to last one, like on your way back to Side Zangong, where we were passing, and then the bike just stopped. The bike literally just stopped. So we didn't know why. So when we like looked at it, and it's late by the way, it's currently past midnight. I have to do this. I think we're still moving, so I'll continue later. So we're now in Shell. Shell what? Ejandikwa. I can't remember where I reached the story, where the story reached. It's cold. Basically, when we finished the maram I was explaining, when we reached the maram which I was explaining, the chain tokanad, and we tried to fix it. Kirui fixed it, but so when we passed that, then Kirui fixed the chain once, yeah. So then we got back on the bike. It didn't even move a meter, and then it actually had again. So as we were trying again, some people were passing. I tried to stop them. The first like 4 cars, there was a car, lorry, and I think 2 motorbikes. They didn't stop. To be honest, I don't blame. So we walked, all of us. We're going home. Hello beautiful people. So this is a quick one. It was supposed to be a very quick video. I'm here to narrate on this part, which seems like I couldn't get the story out right because too many things were happening too fast. So see, we got to Narok, and now here we're on our way back. Yeah, everything is good. So we're just on our way back. We're just listening to music, just chilling, vibing, you know. As Kirui is driving, I'm just curating our music as we go, enjoying the music. Everything is good. Then we get to this maram, as I was explaining. We get to this maram, and it's the second to last maram from Narok going towards Ngong. It's the second to last maram. So just when we're about to finish it, and I'm like, oh thank God, that part is the maram part is over. Then just as we are getting onto the tarmac, the bike stops moving. He gives it gas, it's not moving. He gives it more gas, it's not moving. Okay, he stops it, and I get off. When I get off, I just check, and I see the chain has come off. Hijakatika, it's just come off. So in my head, I'm like, I hope he knows how to fix it. And he says he does. So we put the bike down, like on its side. He puts the chain back, and then he gets on the bike, and we put the bike obviously back up. Then he gets on the bike, and then I get on the bike. Sorry, you know, I've been filming and it's been cutting off without giving me warning, and I can't see when it stops. Anyway, so he gets back on the bike, then I get on the bike. Then as we go, we don't even move a meter, the chain comes off again. When we put the bike down, fuel came out. So now we are also on E, and I'm like, bruh. So as we're still there trying to figure out how to do it, I hear Hyenas, And I'm like, God, please don't let me go out like this. Please don't let me die like this. On the hands of hyenas? No, please. And they weren't that far. I could hear them. They were really, really close. They were like just beyond the road where the bushes start. And I was like, God, please. God, please. Ah, my God. So we tried putting the chain back, did the same thing. He got on the bike. I still have trauma from it. He gets on the bike. I get on the bike. We don't even move a meter. The chain comes out again. And I'm just like, okay. So then, I see a car coming. I try to stop them. They accelerate. And you can hear the acceleration. Because first they're just coming up. Oh, it was like a hilly-ish part. So you just feel like you just hear them coming. They get off. They get onto the tarmac. Then they go a bit in front. Then that's where we are. So I try to stop them. And you just hear them step on the gas. And I'm just like, I understand that they are normally carjackers in this day and age and in this economy, but we actually need help. Please, like, stop. And when the first car passed, like, I tried to stop them and they passed, my heart sank. And I was like, and yeah, this is how we're going to die. This is how we're going to die. We're going to be eaten by hyenas. Anyway, so then I hear after like 30 minutes, I hear a motorbike passing and I try to stop them, they accelerate. And I'm like, I know this is how we are going. I was like on the verge of tears. I am on the verge of tears now. I was on the verge of tears, but I'm like, Sasa, if I cry, what is it going to help? First of all, the hyenas are gonna think, that one's a weak one. Let's go for that one. So I was just there, I was praying, and I was like, God, please, God, please, God, please, God, please. I couldn't form an actual prayer. I was just like, God, please, God, please, God, please, 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 please. Hey, another car passes, same thing. A tipper passed, same thing. And I'm just like, at this point, we had stood there for like an hour. The hyenas had gotten louder. So I'm like, they're even now, they're closer. Then at some point, I was stopping every vehicle that was passing. So at some point, bike and Nduthi was passing and I stopped them. And thank God they stopped. They stopped. They got out. They were like, what's happening? What's the problem? Showing them it's the chain. They're trying to fix it. Oh, there's a backstory. There's a slight backstory. So in Narok, when we were leaving the restaurant, as we were leaving the restaurant, Kiri noticed that there was a spanner underneath where we were seated. So he asks the guy we were with, the guy we met, Kibe. He asks Kibe, and he's like, "Is this a spanner?" As he gets it, and then Kibe's like, "No, it's not, but I guess it's now yours." So we went with it. So now, when these guys are like, do you guys have tools? Back to when we have the problem. And then the guy is like, do you guys have tools? And we're like, no. Then we remember there's a spanner. So we're like, we have this spanner. They're like, I mean, I guess it will have to do. So as they're checking, there was some misalignment. I don't know what the actual issue was. There was a misalignment to the wheel. And in my head, that doesn't make sense. Because how is there a misalignment now? How is there not a misalignment in the morning as you were going to Narok? Why didn't the chain come out in the morning as you were going to Narok? Why is it coming out when we are literally 1 hour away from Narok? At this point, as the other cars were passing before these two stopped, the guy in the Nduthi, and he had a passenger. He had a pillion. He's like, I was getting so frustrated. I got onto Uber, the app, and I tried to get an Uber. We're like 100. We are 1 hour away from the nearest town, and I'm seriously, honestly trying to get an Uber to come for us so that we can at least go somewhere, get tools, get light, and get more people so that we can go back for the bike. That's what I was thinking in my head. Obviously, now that I think about it, Kirui wouldn't have left his bike, but for me, that's what I was thinking. Anyway, so they try to fix it. It seems like it's fixed. Kirui gets on the bike. He moves like 1 meter. It's fine. I get on the bike. We go to move. It stops. And at some point I'm like, Ama, it's the weight. Maybe it's moving when it's only Kirui, but when I get on, see, I'm adding weight. So, see, we do this. You ride till Pale Ju, and then I follow you. See, there are these two other people. They like go slowly as I'm walking, But Kirui refused. So, we struggled, and the chain would come out. We do it again. They fix it. They hit the spanner with a stone to move the thing behind. After an hour, another tipper passed. So this tipper, I stopped them. Thank God they stopped. So obviously they didn't like stop immediately, so they went a bit further out and then they stopped. So I ran up. Oh my God, this hill was steep. Just riding from here to where the guy stopped, where I was out of breath. So I ran, got to him, and I explained what was happening. Kirui got there. He was literally walking just right behind me. So we're explaining what's happening. The two Nduthi guys come. We're all explaining what's happening, and he's like, I want to help you guys, but tipa yangu imejaa sand till up. So if you can lift the bike till up, and also I'm not going to Ngong where you guys are going, okay? And then southern bypass. So it's a different route. In my head, I'm like, take us where you're going. You'll drop us where there is civilization. You get, to me, the option of being left there, it wasn't an option. It just wasn't an option. To be left there with hyenas, it wasn't an option. You take us where you're going. That bike, we will lift that bike. God is going to give us strength and we will lift that bike. So as we're still talking, he's like, but there's a tipper behind me and I think they're going to Ngong. So I'm like, can you please wait till that tipper gets here? Just in case they refuse to stop, we just go with you. He's fine. He was really friendly. He was really nice. So this tipper gets here. We stop them. They stop. So he stops adjacent, whatever, next to this other one. So we are in the middle. It's the tipper, us standing there, then the other tipper, and then the two bikes are just a little further down the hill. So we now all of us who are standing, Kirui, the two Nduthi guys, the tipper guy, and I are explaining to these other tipper guys, and they're like, cool, we want to help, but we also have sand, so unless you can lift it all the way to the top. Now this first tipper had barriers at the top of his tipper thingy. This other one didn't, so we're like, it's easier to put the bike in this other one. So we all come together. Me, I was pushed aside. Literally, I was there ready to help. I mean, in a gym, bro. I was there ready to help to lift the bike, but some guy just pushed me and took my spot of where I was standing. So they lift the bike. At some point, I'm seeing this bike is coming back down. Because ni kama wameisha nguvu. And I swear, I just went there. I remember I grabbed one wheel. And I was like, you guys, push. I don't think they could hear me because I was still wearing my helmet. It was freezing cold. There was no way I was going to remove the helmet. Besides, in my head, I was like, if those hyenas come and try to eat me, they won't get to my head and my, this part, because I had the jacket. I was like, my legs, I'm sorry, I didn't cover you well, but you'll be the first to go. So we push the bike up, it gets on, then the tipper guys are like, okay, then the two Nduthi guys to follow, and then Kirui was up with the bike, and then I was told to get in. I was like, Nami, I'm in there with Kirui. But at this point, you think I'm even going to be hard-headed in where I'm being told to sit. I'm being told to sit in front. I said, fine. I said, okay. If you're going to kidnap me, ukombele, one problem at a time. I'm leaving the hyenas behind. Okay? Are we still filming? I'm leaving the hyenas behind. That's good in my books for now. Then we'll start worrying about other safety later. Gosh. So as we are going, we go, then we get to some other place where there was, it's not like a town, there was just one shop and some 2-3 buildings. So I think that's where the tipper guys normally rest or something. So we stopped there for a few. We had called some friends of ours. Some didn't pick because, I mean, it was late, you guys. People were asleep. So the ones who had picked were somewhere near Ngong. And we are like, we've gotten some tipper guys to help us and they're taking us to Southern Bypass. So can we meet there? And they're like, yo, we're not that far off. But when they were explaining, they're like 2 hours away. And me in my head, I'm like, Aki, I'm not being left here. The tipper guys are not leaving us. Please just meet us Southern Bypass. So at Southern Bypass. And they agree. So then we go with the tipper guys. So we are on this other Maram road. And we go. This road is, it's not a road. It's just a path where a car can pass. Not even a car. I think only a tipper. Like, you have to have monster wheels, I think, to be able to pass there. So we do that, and then we get Southern Bypass. So, okay, yeah, we get Southern Bypass. We get to a shell, and then we chuck the bike from up. So as we're doing so, the number plate got caught. The number plate of the bike got caught on the tipper itself. So as the bike was coming down, the number plate wasn't. So it snapped at some point. But it didn't like katika kabisa. It was just now loose, if that makes sense. So then the tipper guys, then Kiri pays the tipper guys, and then they leave us there. But at this point, where we were being left, I felt like we were being left in a palace from where we were, because there's lights, we're in a petrol station, you know, we are seeing cars passing after like every 5 minutes. We can hear a club nearby, and we're like, we're good, we're safe. So Kiri is telling me that on the way, the tipper guy was telling him a story. Oh, so after we stopped, before we got to the Maram, explaining to the guys that we meet at Southern Bypass, I got into the tipper that had the bike at the front, and then Kiri got into the other tipper because there wasn't enough space for the both of us to stay in one tipper. So he got into the other tipper. And I hope it's actually called a tipper because I've said tipper a lot. Anyway, so when we are at the shell, he's telling me the story that he was being told by the other tipper driver that there are normally bad hyenas there. Bad things have ever happened. He's like, he's ever been driving there, and he normally stops to pee. But this day when he stopped like this, like 10 hyenas came out from nowhere, and he was like, never again is he stopping. And in my head, I'm like, we were stranded there for like 3-4 hours. What are you talking about? Anyway, so then the friends we had called get there. They came with a mech. They fix the chain. The mech does a test drive up and down, and then we go. So we need to go back to Rongai, yeah? I left the car in Rongai. And Kiri lives in Rongai. So we need to go to Rongai, so I get the car and then I go home. So to go Southern Bypass, as we are going, I'm seeing hyenas on the side of the road, and I'm like, they're also here. And I'm just like, thank God the bike is moving now. Yeah? So we chuck Southern Bypass, and now we're on Langata Road. Tell me why the chain comes out again. The chain came out again. Apo to just, you see the stage that is right after the barracks there. And in my head, I'm like, not again. Like, thank God, at least we're somewhere where there are more people and it's easier to get someone to help. But not again. We call the friend of ours who came with the mech. They're not picking. And we're like, they must be riding. They're going home. And we're like, Sasa, we are now stranded. Like, we don't know what to do. So we put the chain back. Same old, put the chain back. He gets on, he moves Kidogo, it comes out. This time, I wasn't even getting on the bike for it to come out. He was just moving Kidogo, it comes out. Puts the chain again, moves Kidogo, it comes out. And in my head, I'm like, there's a petrol station at the end of this road. But the petrol station I'm talking about is the one which is near Galeria, by the way. And in my head, I'm like, so we just pushed the bike till there. Because I was so tired. I just wanted to be home and sleep in my bed. be where I know I'm safe. So I'm like, so we just push the bike till there. Then as we're still thinking of what to do, we also thought of a possibility of getting an Uber, going to get tools, and then come back. So as we were thinking of that, a good Samaritan stopped. He came from the other side of the road, came through the roundabout, stopped behind us, and he was like, "Hi, I am so and so. What seems to be the problem?" And then I think he saw we were kind of uneasy because we didn't stop him, And he was like, I'm a biker, so these things, I understand them. So then Kirui explains, and he helps. We try and try and try. It refuses. So we try for like 20 minutes, but it refuses. So he's like, see, he tows us to the petrol station I was saying, and he does. So we had a rope. This rope, we tie it on the car and the bike. So he's slowly pulling us. Oh, I wasn't on the bike at this point. Now I was in the car. So he pulls now Kirui the bike slowly till we get to the petrol station, and then he's like, so you guys, I'm not feeling well, like, let me just, you're here, you're safe, let me now go home. And me, I'm like, bruh, you've done more than the bare minimum. You don't have to apologize for anything, like, thank you so much for stopping, for helping and doing all of that. Thank you, basically just thank you. May you feel better, and yeah, have a good evening, day. It was already so then he left. So by that we call an Uber to take us to Kirui's. Then we got the toolbox, got the car, then we went back to the petrol station. Then Kirui tarnished everything, then put it back together. He fixed whatever, he pulled the wheel behind, I don't know. He fixed it, basically. He did a test drive, it was fine. So I was like, okay, are you sure? Like, I go home. He's like, yeah. So we drove out together, like he was riding and I was driving behind him. Then he went this way to go to Rongai and I went this way to go home. Then I got home, chilled a bit. I was waiting for Kiru to say he's gotten home. Then he called me and he was like, hi, I just got home. And I was like, how is it that I got home, chilled, and how did I get there before you? How did I get home before you got home? And he's like, the chain came out again. But it came out, and when he fixed it back, he was able to go with it pole. So I was just like, okay. Then, yeah, you guys, that story. Me. Lessons learned. First of all, don't go for a ride alone. As in, like, one bike. 2, travel with your tools. Number 3, thank God for good Samaritans, and thank God for God, because we would have been hyena dinner, but we weren't. God said, no, I got you. And he did, and we got home safe. I got home at 6 a.m. I had missed calls from my mom, texts from my mom, and I was just like, you know what, I'm home. So yeah, but all in all, it was still a wonderful trip. It's just that now me and Kiri have trauma bonded. We've trauma bonded, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, that happened. We learned a very good lesson, a lesson that we'll never forget. So yeah, so stop putting my leg up there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This was supposed to be a really short one. I was just supposed to show you guys as we go to Narok, and then it's darkness and I'm like, oh, we're back home. But no, there had to be a whole plot twist. But anyway, it's okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And that is where I say finito to this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. In the next one, we will be way more prepared than we were for this one. Trust me on that one. So yeah, bye.